Hello my dear friends, it's Yuri, and today we have one more amazing reason to make the new video about the golf performance, the best rounds golf performance, because on the Honda Classic in the first day, Australian golfer Matt Jones have played his first round in the early morning. He have started to play in the early morning, and from the early morning we have received the leader with so serious advantage against other golfers. He have played the round in 61. It's a new record of the course, and he had -9. So it was a bogey-free round. First of all, take a look for his statistics. His driving distance was 319 yards, and his driving accuracy was 71%. His greens and regulation were 78%, and strokes gained from putting 2.4. Amazing results, which exactly the best rounds. -9, it's very rare result. And first of all, we will take a look for his golf swing, for better understanding the qualities of the golf swing which are necessary to play rounds with such scoring. We will take a look for the very slow motion for better understanding of his golf swing mechanics. And what I need to say that it's very wide takeaway first of all. Plus that he's not moving his hips seriously during the backswing. His hips are not taking part in rotation so seriously as his shoulders are, and not taking part so seriously as many other golfers is doing in this position and the final position of the backswing. Plus that, we need to say that he have a little bit flat backswing, but I will say that not so flat, but it's not upward certainly. And as we will see, he have the almost the one plane golf swing, because he have not so serious shallowing, but he is amazingly perfect in the movement of the left hip, which is going back from the stance line seriously, and he is rotating his hips perfectly. And we can see that at the impact position, his hips are open to the task, and his right arm is working perfectly because it's still bent in the elbow and in the wrist. And he is, it's very solid golf swing, very classical, but very efficient also. It's Australian school, and it's certainly amazing golf swings. And I need also to say that his forward throw, forward swing, follow through, and extension are looking so perfectly, and his shoulders are including in the stroke a little bit later, but it's amazing extension and amazing hips rotation. The hips are rotating much more lefter than the direction of the stroke. So it's amazingly perfect tee shots, and it's well understandable why he is receiving. And you see that the torsion, the excellent torsion, amazing, and the lower part of the body and the upper part of the body walk. So, but today we need to say that he's, as we see from the next analysis, we will find that today he was amazingly good on the greens, and his first putt proximity were perfect, and also his approaching were perfect, because his approaching proximity were also amazing. And we can see that in approaching he have, as you see, excuse me, he have more transition. as we say on the tee shot, he had not so serious transition, and in this connection he had not shallowing, because the shallowing is coming from the excellent transition. But here we see that he have very good transition in the iron strokes, and such relationships between the good transition in the iron strokes and no transition in the tee shots, it's talking us about his amazing analyzer's development of the proper receptors activity and flexibility of his nervous system. And here we have an excellent result of his 50 feet putt by technique, but outside of the green, and it was amazing birdie which he have made some weeks ago, but it's also the video from this season of the 2021. So amazing, simply amazing. And in many cases such results, such technique, such mechanics of the golf swing and the putting was the reason of his excellent performance today. So in day 1, Matt Jones have played par 3 holes for 10 strokes, and it's -2 from the par. He have played par 4 holes for 43 strokes, -5 from the par, and par 5 holes and 8. He have made 2 birdies on the par 5 holes today from 2 holes of par 5 on this course. It is also -2, and in this connection his scoring was 61, and his performance were -9. So the driving distance, as we talked before, 319, driving accuracy 10 greens from 14, 71%, greens and regulation 78%, 14 holes from 18. Scrambling were amazingly perfect, 3 from 3. He have said 3 pars on the holes where he was not by a regular stroke on the green, and plus that he have made 1 chip in on the par 4 hole where he was not by the second stroke on the green, but he have made the chip from the distance approximately 10 yards. Yes, exactly, maybe 12 yards or something like that. He have made just 23 putting today and 1 chip in, as we have told before. And after that, I am making such calling short analyzer. I'm using the short analyzer for the additional analysis. So here it's not so highly important for me what is the par of the hole. For me it's much more interesting from which distance he have made on each hole, from which distance he have made the first stroke which were finished in the golf in the course, the second, third and fourth and maybe fifth stroke. Today he didn't play any hole with the result 5. The worst holes were played with these 4 strokes. So what is important here? Here we receive additional information, first of all about the approaching proximity and about the first putt proximity. In my opinion, the approach proximity and first putt proximity is amazingly useful information about the functional conditions of the golfers. And just in the days when they are playing perfectly, even from the first 3 holes, we can make understanding how good are their conditions in exactly in this round, in this day. For example, we can see that on the first 3 holes, where the proximity of the first proximity of the approaching were 4.5, 4.8 and 0. So 0 is mean that on the par 5 hole he was by the second stroke on the green. And this connection we see that he have not made approaching at all. Or if he have made for example, if he will make the birdie from the without putting at all, chipping or pitching or the approaching, it's all be also the zero approach proximity. For first putt proximity. Sometimes we also have the number 0. It's the situation when he have made just one putt, and this putt was finished in the hole. Why I am thinking that this measurement is highly important for understanding of the functional conditions and about the performance, because you see that when he is making putts from different distances, for example from on the first hole from 30 feet and 3 inches, and his ball will stay just in 13 inches to the hole. We certainly understand that with proximity 0.4 there are amazing reasons to expect that on other holes his ball will finish exactly in the hole. So less proximity is better reasons and better probability of the first putt, and we can see that he have made many holes, he have played today many holes with one putt results. So those the average figures are more important for us than individual ones, and we can see that today his average proximity of approaching were 6.2 yards only. It's amazing figures. And also proximity of the first putt were just 0.5 yards. It's here. So we also take an analysis of the average distances for the strokes for playing from 1 stroke to the hole, for 2 stroke to the hole, 3 and 4. So we can say that his average distance for the first stroke to the hole, 1 stroke to the hole, were 0.9. For 2 strokes he have played at average from the distance 72 yards, and for 3 strokes from distance 252 yards, and for 4 strokes from distance 465 yards. So he had not mistakes today, as we know, and in this connection it was bogey-free round. And plus that we are making also analysis from which distances, what was the distribution between the different distances of the first, for example, 1 shot today on all holes were made from the distance less than 10 yards, and 2 shots were made 6 of total 18 shots were made from the distance less than 10 yards. And this way we have distribution between all of the for all number of the shots. So it looks very useful analysis, because if we will analyze our performance the same way, we will have much more better information about quality of our game in those or that round, and the average figures will be amazingly useful for us, because we will have a knowledge at first, and we can analyze our performance, and we will have statistics of our performance against the golfers, against the good players, the best players and their best rounds, and plus that we will better know, and we can better make the planning of our training process and our training rounds, what components of the game we are necessary to develop more and more. Because you see that when we are coming to the driving range, it's certainly reasonable that we are trying to hit hard, to have a better distance and to receive maybe new records in the distances. But this is not exactly what we need to do if we want to have a good scoring in the golf. We mostly need to be attentive exactly to those processes which are saving more holes for us and making better results for us. And as I see it, scrambling is highly important component which is seriously influencing for total result, and plus that certainly the greens and regulation percentage and the proximity of greens and regulations is also highly important, the approach and proximity. And as we see, the all all best results are mostly coming from the first putt proximity. And in my opinion, it's highly important to work exactly on this component of the game, because it's giving you a better feeling of the game and better understanding of your qualities, and you better control of your putting. If you will concentrate on the moment that if you are 6, maybe 8 feet to the hole, you can take the idea to make one putt. But if you have a longer distances, you're more necessary to think about the proximity of first putt, because if you will have this proximity 0.3 yards, you will increase probability of first putt of one putt seriously. I think that maybe 80%. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope to see you on my channel. I hope that I certainly understand that I'm making videos not for the millions of the people and not hundreds thousand, but I hope that I'm making videos for the most smart golfers who are looking for the golfing as the that from the game's theory maybe points, and from the analysis of the small advantages which we can receive after every stroke. And if we are gaining this advantage, it's something like in the table games. If we are gaining such advantage, we are that we're improving our performance, and only what we need to do is just gain our advantages during all 18 holes which we are playing on the golf course. Thank you very much. Hope to see you on my channel, and I hope for your likes and maybe for subscriptions. I'll be very happy to answer for comments to this video, because it's most interesting subject for me. Have a good the Honda Classic, and have a good evening. Bye bye.